I met the institutional outcome of informational literacy by presenting a project in my ecology class about air pollution. I had to research all about this topic, which included several different types of pollution. I created a hypothesis and formed essential questions. I compared different cities and their air pollution and how air pollution will affect our planet. I also created a graph about percentages showing the signs of children with asthma. I related air pollution to suicide and came up with solutions to stop the air pollution. I then took my findings and created a 14-page PowerPoint. I met the institutional outcome of relational learning by creating a portfolio project in my research and writing class, in which I had to transfer my knowledge of locating reliable resources, writing, and AP formatting. I used my skills of communication and time management because my video was timed. I used the skill of self-motivation to complete this project by speaking in confidence. My behavior was professional when presenting my oral presentation, which was informal because the research was about two of the careers that I qualify for after my college degree. And I can use this information from my project into new life experiences by meeting deadlines, being able to present an oral presentation, and becoming a more efficient writer. I met the outcome of quantitative and scientific reasoning by reading lectures and taking quizzes each week of my math class. I was able to demonstrate my math skills by passing my final exam, which included logical thinking, algebra, and difficult equations. I demonstrating my math skills, which are needed when entering the career field by reading instructions, understanding the problem, determining the necessary steps to complete the problem, and then check the problem. I met the institutional outcome of thinking abilities by creating a professional document where I reflected on my learning capabilities and my influences, such as the environment that I was around and my career decisions, and reflecting and relating to the article of personal counseling. I explained my learning experience within this paper. I was able to practice my writing skills and my thinking abilities, and I also left the paragraph open for continual improvement that I want in my life, such as staying positive, developing more skills that I may lack, being passionate about my career, and meeting the standards that are required of my career, such as tolerance, cultural competence, empathy, communication, written and verbally. I met the institutional outcome of community and career by participating in social community setting by posting in weekly discussions and getting other people's opinions from a difficult and different perspective. I also participated in emailing and discussing homework to my instructors. I was able to take that constructive criticism and make my paper better. I also listened to other people's opinions and respectfully responded. I participated in professional communities such as creating a portfolio profile for LinkedIn, which is a professional community which will help me with my growth of how to create a professional profile. I have demonstrated an understanding of a patient and client services needs with the continuum of human and social services environment by learning to get all the information from a client, such as interviewing, assessing, learning about different mental disorders, in which I addressed in my cultural competence class. I went into depth about patient disparities. I learned how to communicate to individuals using tolerance, empathy, and gaining the skill of listening, which will help me refer clients to further social services. I have met the outcome of demonstrating ethical and legal communication techniques specifically to the human and social service environment by creating a portfolio project in my ethics, health, and human service class, which I learned about patients' legal rights to the end of life choices, regardless of a patient's spouse, children, or doctor's stance on that decision. In my project, I addressed the legal communication of patients' rights. I also met the outcome of ethical communication by addressing that this was the patient's choice. And I also met the outcome by understanding HIPAA's privacy rule and the rules of confidentiality to a patient's treatment plan or further care. I met the program outcome of using current technology from administrative systems to support decision-making process by knowing how to keep a client's information completely confidential. and making sure I log off from computers that have patients' information on it. I use current technology from a clinical system to support the decision making by creating a project about the clinical information system and becoming aware that the clinical information system supports decisions for diagnostics, treatment plans, and procedures that the clinical information system can help save someone's life. The current technology has now made me aware of the financial systems to support decision making by knowing that patients may not have insurance and finding options for these patients, and also being aware of insurance fraud. I use current technology from an operational setting to support decision making by understanding how operational system services are run. I use current technology by reading lectures about the importance of operational settings because this operational system has to function for electronic records and information to be shared amongst the healthcare setting. I adapted essential communication skills to interact effectively with supervisors, peers by participating in my cultural competence class. Each week, we would have intellectual discussions about bias, cultural considerations, and culture sensitivity. In our discussions, I communicated to my classmates my opinion respectfully and gave back constructive criticism in the discussion board. I adopted essential communication skills and interacted effectively with my instructors by asking questions and getting feedback throughout my degree with different instructors and listening to them. I did not get upset or angry about their choice of words or different view. By writing and participating, this showed me the beauty of being different. I have supported the assessment of clients concerned and available resources to match services to improve the quality of life by creating my assessment of evaluation of resources in my crisis intervention class, where I evaluated specific information and acted as an interventionalist and took the client's problem and located resources, reliable resources, and read over their mission statements and other details of their services within my community, and then presented the ones I would recommend professionally. The services that I matched with the client would improve their quality of life irrefutable. I analyze in contemporary knowledge and skills to perform diverse administrative responsibilities in the human and social service setting by creating a portfolio project in my abnormal psychology class by researching and presenting a document that consisted of 3 mental health disorders. Within this document, I addressed these symptoms: population affected, which included age and gender, occurring disorders, culture importance, and influence of the hereditary in the biology side of the illness. This knowledge and skill of assessing people will help me in my career by diagnosing and knowing how to handle the mentally ill and refer services to the mentally ill that best suits their specific need. Thank you.